What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes news for September 19th, 2023. So today we have another expansion of the Soul Temple called the Soul Gathering Statue. Good Lord, please tell me is better than Soul Perfection, because as you guys know, Soul Perfection seems to be one of the worst things ever introduced, because not even 0.001% of players can use it to his benefit. Everybody else is just absolute garbage. Hoping this one is better. We have a first look here today, and then later on today we should be able to see it in game on TapTap after it updates. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hopefully this is a good boost to even just an average player. Probably not. Soul Temple's pretty pay to win. We'll see. Let's jump right into it. So we're going to start off here with the English translations, then move on to the WeChat in the second half of this. So, of course, this is called the Soul Gathering Statue. New gameplay preview. Not really gameplay, but okay. Added the Soul Gathering Statue feature to the Soul Temple. Soul power can be obtained by dismantling heroes of any awakening tier. So not retiring them to get contract starry gems back, but it looks like you have to feed them to this mode. You can distribute soul power to strengthen the soul awakened hero. Gameplay rules. In the Soul Gathering Statue feature, soul power can be obtained by dismantling heroes with any awakening tier. Soul power can be distributed to heroes that are awakened to B- or higher. The statue's charging progress grows by disassembling soul awakened heroes. Each full progress grants you 1 soul power. The higher the awakened tier disassembled, the more power you will get. Distributed soul power can be viewed and adjusted in the soul power distribution interface. Soul power can be distributed to heroes that are awakened tier B- or above, which can boost the attribute bonus of the soul awakening. Bonus attributes are not included. So like the statistic ones, like the crit, giant killer, those things don't get boosted. There is a limit to the soul power that can be obtained, and the higher the awakened tier, the more the soul power can be obtained. Lastly, after soul power is distributed, boosted effects will take effect on main heroes only. If the hero with the soul power is listed in the auction house, all soul power will be returned. So that's what we know from this portion. However, we do have some images and stuff from TapTap. Or not really TapTap, from WeChat. Sorry, TapTap will be a little bit later on today. Soul Temple adds the Soul Gathering statue here. Game rules. In the statue, you can gain soul power points by disassembling heroes with any type of awakened quality. So you can see here, I think that is the pool of how many points this example has. So it gets farmed to this statue, and then the statue then gives the point, something along those lines. Looking like it, and you can see the progress bar as you get more points put into it. You get more, it looks like. Decomposing the awakened heroes will increase the charging bar of the statue. Each time the charging bar is filled, you get 1 soul point. So does that mean you have to go to 100 and that gives 1 point? We're actually gonna have to see how that works out. So next up, or rather, sorry, the total awakening power of a hero can be charged with this energy. So the next image we have here is, it says after soul power point, or after obtaining these soul power points, you can adjust the distribution of soul power points on different heroes. So you can see here that they have 0. Man, look at all these SSS heroes in this example. So you have like 0, 0, 0, 0, kind of like that. You can see where it's distributed, and you see how much power it has. So this power can be assigned to heroes whose total awakening quality is a B- or higher, and the attribute gains brought by the soul awakening will be increased. There is an upper limit to the number of soul points that can be allocated to different heroes. The higher awakening quality, the more soul points that can be acquired. So an SSS hero can have more points associated to it than, say, a B- hero. After the hero is assigned soul points, the strengthening effect of the soul points can take effect as on the main hero. It should be noted that the soul power points cannot be traded in any way. If hero is listed on the auction house, you will be refunded your soul power, so this cannot be transferred to another account, another hero, or anything. But immediately what it looks like is you can boost this up to, like this hero here, you can boost it up to another 5631, it looks like, in stats, which is pretty big because an S tier, so let's just say an SSS tier can get like a bonus 6,000. That means you can have like a 16,000 power. That's a 60% buff to max attack on it from the sounds of it, maybe, I think. At the same time, the following 2 entries will be added, so it sounds like they're going to be adding 2 new abilities for S tier and above heroes. We'll have to check that out later on in the game to see how it actually works. One of them is Shipbreaker, increases damage against shielded enemies. The other one is Hunter Focus. If one's own critical hit is greater than or equal to a certain value, the total damage caused by oneself will be increased. Ooh, so going over crit rate might be good. Says the details you've been waiting for further will be coming later today on the TapTap. So take a look and see what it is all about. So yeah, this is going to be interesting to see what you can level up like A- heroes through. It really just depends on what the rate is on how many points you can get on this. And again, we'll be able to have a lot more details a little bit later today once we can get it on TapTap. Honestly, today might be exclusively talking about this game mode mostly because there's going to be a lot of slow drip information coming out throughout the day on TapTap and everything else. But this is a big boost. This is like, at first when I saw this, I thought it said 10,000. I'm like, wait, are we doubling the power? No. You can see 1,000 of these points right here that we have allocated. So we have 5,400 here. So like 1,000 points can be here, and you can see technically we can't put all the, or we have less points than we can max it out at. So an S tier can allow you to do 5631. My guess is the higher quality of the hero, this number keeps rising up further and further, and eventually it should be in a good spot where, like, I imagine it'll cap out at like 6,000, somewhere in that ballpark for an SSS hero. I wish they would have shown the SSS because they had SSS heroes in here, but for some reason they showed the S hero, which is a huge tease. Also increasing speed, so that is interesting as well. That might help you outspeed the enemies in certain game modes. Most people care about the attack stat the most, and it sounds like there's another reason now to go to S tier heroes. Because like I said, the one that sounds interesting is Hunter Focus, which I don't even know if that's the real name. If one's own critical hit is greater than or equal to a certain value, the total damage caused by oneself will be increased by a certain portion. Again, it's a little confusing because we don't know the actual numbers. My guess is once the critical hit gets over 100%, extra value of crit chance will just be going to extra damage. I don't know. Or maybe they're talking about crit damage, because as you guys know, 150% is a crit damage cap. However, with Treasure Train, you can get over 50% crit damage to all your heroes, all your Transcendence heroes. So maybe it's that one. We'll have to see how it turns out. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you guys think later on today. Stay tuned. We're going to have a better look at this system, and I'll see you guys next time.